we are gonna do something fun today, so I may need a little bit of grace along the way, more than usual. I guess it's an end table. It's gonna actually be, I think, a pet bed. I don't know if y'all remember my dog Jazzy took to it. That is what I bought it for. Okay, so I've painted the whole thing in Gravel Road. All right, it's got 2 coats of Gravel Road. It also had some really bad corners that looked like had already been claimed by a dog and chewed up the corners. So I used wood icing to kind of fill that in, sand it down, paint right over it. I have it sitting in, this is a washing machine pan, I think it's what they call it. So I use this a lot for paint pours just because it catches the drips, because paint pours are very messy. If you've ever done one, they are so messy. But so much fun, so worth the trouble. All right, so that is just why I'm trying to take this up a little bit. So let's get started. I'm gonna use the same colors. I'm gonna use Gravel Road, Letterpress Gray, white. I always like to use white in my paint pours. And then we're gonna use some golden ticket in between there. So I hope it's not a big fat fail. If I don't like it, y'all, it's just paint and I can redo it, all right? So look, let's get started. I have mixed up, and I'm gonna show you one right here. I'm gonna take my Gravel Road, okay? So I'm gonna use this plastic cup, and I'm gonna use this little cup as my measurement. So I use a 3-to-1 ratio. Now, you can just do this with water if you prefer, because DIY paint is very pigmented, so it's really not going to dilute it much, well, if at all, with water. But I like to use this in my paint pours. It's called Flood Floetrol. Okay, and you can get this at Home Depot, Lowe's. And so I use 3 parts of the Floetrol to 1 part paint. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour. This is just going to be my little measuring cup because I didn't have one. So let me make sure this is Gravel Road. Yes. So I'm just going to fill up, and I'm probably getting more than I need. I'm sure I am. Just didn't have another measuring cup, and I can always use this on something else. All right. So I just filled that up to the line. Yeah, I've normally used acrylic paints. And I've been wanting to see how well the DIY paint worked. And, you know, I've used it before when I did some Christmas ornaments. It does really well. It really does. But you know how DIY paint dries a lot lighter. So you don't get the immediate gratification of it until you top coat it. I think my plan is to put resin on top of this. I'm just not sure yet. You don't have to resin your paint pours though. All right, so I've got this in there, and then I'm gonna use fill 3 of these up. And I'm just, you know, I'm not cleaning it out. I'm just pouring it in there. Okay, I don't know if you can see. Okay, so 1. Now, I've already done the other color, so I didn't want you to sit here and just watch me pour, but I thought you might want to see how I mixed it up. And 3. Now most of the time I really don't measure. I just kind of, I use a smaller cup and I kind of just eyeball it. But just in case somebody asked me what ratios, I wanted to be certain. I wanted to be able to say with more certainty what I do. Okay, so now I'm just going to stir this up really well. All right, so I'm stirring. My only hesitation in these colors, I'm afraid that the grays and the whites, because these grays aren't that different, I just don't want it to turn into a big, you know, gray blob. I'm hoping with the gold and the white, I'll be okay. Now, I'm not mixing the golden ticket with anything because it is so runny as it is. I just don't think it just doesn't need it. So you do want to stir this up pretty well, and it's just going to be kind of like a flowy, like a salad dressing or something like that. Not like a thick lotion, but not like a, you know, runny water either. It'll just have a smooth consistency. All right, so I'm gonna set this off to the side. I'm gonna pour some golden ticket just in a cup, just in one of these little paper cups. Okay, so now I'm just going to take each color that I've already mixed up, okay? So I've got my letterpress gray, and what I just did, and then my white, okay, and I'm not adding anything. A lot of times if I do like a canvas, I will add some oil to my white just to get some cells, but a lot of times I get cells anyway. But I didn't want that here. I didn't want any oil on the piece of furniture. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna maybe move you up a little bit, or move this up a little bit. So I have this pan on a little trolley as well. So we'll see if I can get it where you can see. All right, let me get my gold. So I'm going to do what's called a flip cup. So I'm going to just fill up these little cups and then flip them over. So hang with me. I'm going to start with a white. So I'll alternate with white. I hope I have enough. But then I need to put a top coat on here as well. Let's do that first. Let me do that first. So you do a top coat just to give it something to flow on. I'm so sorry. I should have done that already. Actually, I think just going to use my hands. All right, so here is the letterpress gray, which is, I've already got some gold on there. All right, I may have to make up some more of this. Maybe not. But I'm just going to pour it on as my base. Okay. Like I said, I'm just going to use my hands. So I'm just going to start with my white. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit to every one. So I'm not going to pick it up. I hope you can see it. Back them up here. Now white a lot of times will take over, or it sinks to the bottom. It's just the density of the paint. Now I'm going to go with my dark gray next. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing here. Let me get this way. So I'm going to go with my dark gray next. Too much. Now I'm going to add some gold. I'm just going to alternate. I thought I'd alternate white in each time, but I'm going to do a white, a color, then gold. And then again white. Start over then. So a little bit of gold. Gosh, it's dripping out the side. Need to hold it up. Okay. Go back with white. Normally I do my base coat in white, but I just wanted to do it the same as the furniture, so we'll see. All right, now I'm going to go with the light gray. This is again Gravel Road. I hope there's enough separation between the colors. So you can just see, I'm just kind of making layers. Add a little gold. It's a very transparent patina. It's very pretty. It's very subtle. Oh shoot. And it's not wanting to pour out straight. It's the user, I'm sure. It's the operator of the cup. And if I get mostly white on the top, so this is, whatever happens on the top is going to dictate what else I do on the bottom. If white takes over, I may use some white wax. If there's a lot of gold, I may use some more golden ticket around the bottom. It just depends. I just got to see what it looks like. But I didn't want to go any further. So this is the tricky part because I'm just going to flip the cup. Okay. You got to go just real fast. And just let it sit. So I'm going to try to do it all over. I think these little cups are probably nice because they're a little bit tall. It gives me a little bit of, gives me a second or two. So I meant to show you what it looked like. I wanted to show you in the, see, that's just what it looks like in the cup. Okay. I guess you can see it as it comes out. And I got one more. Get up and come around. Okay. Now, I'm going to just, you see it's already coming out. Oh my gosh, if it comes out like this, I'm going to love it. So I'm just going to give it a second to let it, let all of it ooze down. Y'all look, can y'all see the golden ticket? I would zoom in, but I'm afraid I can't get back out. Why not just, a lot of times I just set the cups down somewhere else and let the excess come on out. Oh wow, this is just, I hope I have enough because the colors are gorgeous. So again, my plan is to use this as a dog bed because it has 4 openings, has an opening on each side. And Jazzy really loved it. Yeah, that golden ticket, that made it because it's not so, you know, this color gold is so pretty because it's just a warm gold. All right, so I'm gonna put that right there. I think I am going to kind of pour around it. I'm just going to use what white I have left. It'll just help it flow more, y'all. So let's just, this is the letterpress gray. I had a lot more left in this. All right, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but it sure is fun. Fun. All right, let me get a paper towel. You actually could put more Floetrol in this paint because it is so thick. And like I said, I'm used to using acrylic paint, and it is, you know, it's just not as thick. Let's see if I can, I don't want to drop the table though, y'all. I think I am going to get the hair dryer. Okay, so let me, I am going to have to make up a little bit more, y'all. Yeah, the colors are perfect. The colors are exactly what I was hoping for. Now, I also use this little, because it's got paint all over it, but this is like a little thing that's in the big drink cups, the big plastic straw. So I'll move this or use this as well to move some paint around just by blowing through the straw. All right, so some of these big areas that I just poured, let me just show you. Let me get over this way. So see how easy it is just to move paint, and then you can just dot it where it didn't hit. Kind of want to get those strips under there though. Oh, I love this so much, so much. All right, let me spin it around. I'll just keep spinning it and moving the paint around. See right here, it's kind of bare. Trying to see where y'all can see. Can get a little dizzy blowing through the straw. Just a little warning. Yeah, I love it around the edge. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna turn it a little bit more. And honestly, if I wanted to add more paint, I still could. Just gonna see. This will have to dry, y'all, you know, good, I don't know, because it's pretty thick on there. But y'all, this is great for those pieces that are, I think I bought this for like $6 at my Goodwill. I did have to make some repairs on it. But for pieces that, you know, are uneven or have really bad things going on, and a lot of times when you blow, it'll blow through the colors and pull up some of the other colors, like it did right there. And I'm just literally just pouring a little bit of what I have left on the edges that didn't get covered. And then blowing it to get it to mix together. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.